This video will give an introduction to browsing and searching an IRPlus repository. Let's just go over the home page of an IRPlus repository. You can log in or create an account. There are images you can browse through. There's the beginning of the portfolio pages that we call researcher pages at Rochester. You can browse those or look at all of them. On the left side is the list of institutional collections, usually names of departments and their logos. Back on the right, we have the statistics for the whole repository. You can browse the whole repository and, of course, search it, but it doesn't make as much sense to browse the whole thing. Let's look at browsing in a specific collection. Here we are in the dentistry's historical collection of photographs, and we can browse the whole thing, starting with Mary. In a photographic collection, you get thumbnails at this level, which is sort of fun. All sorts of interesting things. A bird cage in the dental clinic. You don't see that nowadays. Looking over this, though, we get an idea. And right here, we can go into search mode, still on this specific collection. And we can search the whole thing for photos that have children in them. And we get our results. Children waiting for dental care, children recovering from tonsil surgery. Ouch. Too many bad memories. Let's jump back to the home page by clicking on the logo up in the upper left. And here's our next example. You can search the whole repository, and let's look for the words economic development. We get 162 items, and the page also gives us ways to focus our search using what we call facets. You could choose to see just the papers by a particular contributor, or just the items in a particular collection, or by format, or subject. Now, maybe an even better way to focus the search, if you know you want the phrase economic development, is to enclose it in double quotes, just like you would with a web search engine. Now we get just 24, and they should be pretty on target. We can't not have a musical search because our repository is rather famous for its huge collection of musical scores. So let's drop in there and see all the scores we can find that are written for medium voice. And we get 288 results, which gives you an idea of the total size of the collection if there are 288 songs for medium voice. In this case, the language facet really becomes very handy. Do you want English, German, or French? Now let's actually limit by a search facet and find more using a contributor page. We'll look for the words educational success. We get 89 results. And in this case, what we might want to do is look at all the ones by the most frequent contributor in this area, Douglas Guifrida. We could also remove that facet if we wanted to go back to our original results. But say we were so excited, we wanted to see everything that Doug had written. We can go to his contributor page It gives us his total publications in the repository, the total downloads for all of them, the latest one put in, the most downloaded, and then the list of every publication for him in the repository with the total number of downloads on each one. Pretty interesting, and a great way to find all of his work all at once. From here, we can jump to his researcher page or portfolio page. But we've come a long way from searching and browsing now, and we'll talk about researcher pages in another video. Thanks for watching.